So let's talk about Nissans for today. Nissan once bought this $3 million Porsche 959 to reverse engineer its all wheel drive system. Oh, let's talk about this. So, this is an article from carscoops.com. I will put the link in the description if you want to read the whole thing. So, the article states Porsche has built numerous iconic cars over the years, but many would argue that the 959 stands out as one of the finest of them all. So, it looks like somebody has restored this car and put it on the auction block. People are saying that this particular 959 is special because it has an interesting history. Original documentation reveals that it was purchased by Nissan Motor Company through a Belgian distributor and dealer. Upon arrival in Japan, the automaker dismantled the car, utilizing it extensively for research and development with a special emphasis on studying its sophisticated all-wheel drive system. All right, so this is what it looks like on the inside. Boy, I have never worked on a Porsche. I mean, well, I did an emissions test on one of them. But other than that, I never did any repairs on them. I know my friend Dane likes Porsches, and he's repaired some, but I've never gotten the opportunity. I've heard they're difficult to work on. All right, the lessons it learned from this 959 informed the all-wheel drive system. The lessons it learned from the 959 informed the all-wheel drive system that would later be fitted to the R32 generation Skyline GTR. All right, look, so it looks like the company got this car and they restored it, and it cost them $950,000. Good Lord. So originally, this Porsche had a 2.8 liter twin turbocharged six-cylinder engine, similar to the GTR engine. You guys, you may not know this. Engineering work, sometimes it could be described as a group project because I'm telling you, companies copy off each other all the time. I mean, it's like you ever take a multiple choice test and then the teacher walks out of the room and then everybody just starts copying off each other. That is what the automotive world is like. I'm telling you, they all copy off each other. They call it research and development, but what they really call it sometimes is replicate and duplicate. They all have what's called benchmarking groups within the company, and the benchmarking group, their whole goal is to buy cars from other OEMs, take them apart, see how they work, and they're just looking. Sometimes they're looking for ideas, sometimes they're just looking to see the quality of other people's stuff. Sometimes they're looking to see, okay, well, what do they have? What are they doing that we're not doing? And I guarantee you, I have been there and I know this for a 100% fact. I'm not going to kiss and tell. I'm not going to tell you exactly who's doing what, but I can tell you everybody's doing. I mean, it's cheaper. It's cheaper to look and see what somebody else has done and get some ideas from it or some plans from it and then kind of do your own thing. Maybe you could try to improve it a little bit. It is what it is. I'm telling you. I've been in interviews at places and I've seen transmissions from other auto manufacturers just opened up all on the table, everything being looked at. I'm like, wait a minute, isn't that what's his face's transmission? And they're like, yeah. And then the next thing I know, I see a transmission in one of their models that looks like almost exactly the same, but maybe a bigger version of it. Like, I'm telling you, they're all copy off each other all the time. It happens, and it's legal, and it leads to better product in the end for everybody. So, I mean, it's not really a big deal as far as I'm concerned. I think sometimes people they think that if one manufacturer like stumbles upon some great technology that they're just going to be in the lead from everybody else forever. Like that's really not going to happen. And I think that like Toyota, they keep having announcements like, "Oh, we're going to make the best batteries out of everybody, and they're going to be solid state. They're going to have like 800 miles per charge or whatever they're saying." I'm like, look, I mean, that's great. Even if that happens and they're ahead for a little while, only thing that's going to happen is other OEMs are going to buy that exact car, reverse engineer it, and figure out how they did it. And then they're going to come out with the same thing like a year or two later. So nobody, I think, is ever going to be that far ahead in new technology. They might be ahead for a little while, but eventually everybody, they'll buy the thing, they'll figure out how it works, and they'll probably improve on it. And then you'll have to improve on your original design. And well, things just keep going on in that direction. And that's just the way it is.